Hello, hello, hello. A warm welcome to each one of you today to the Vedic Maths Forum India podcast. We are streaming now live in five social media accounts, that is Facebook, Twitter, now known as X, LinkedIn, and even YouTube. We have a very, very legendary guest today, sir, and his name is Dr. Shriram Chauthaiwale, and it gives me great privilege and honor to introduce him. So we are honored today to have with us Dr. Shriram Chauthaiwale ji, a distinguished mathematician, researcher, author, and one of the foremost voices in Vedic mathematics and Indian knowledge system. With a PhD in mathematics and decades of teaching experience, Dr. Chauthaiwale has dedicated his life to uncovering and presenting the depth of India's mathematical heritage. He has authored more than 11 books and published numerous research papers exploring the rich legacy of Indian mathematics and its global impact. Sri Ramji has served as chairperson of NCERT National Curriculum Focus Group for Mathematics and continues to guide educators across the country through lectures, workshops, and teacher training initiatives. A recipient of the prestigious Madhava Mathematical Award, he remains a passionate advocate for bringing Indian knowledge traditions into contemporary education. We are delighted to have him with us today to explore Indian knowledge systems and Vedic mathematics. So let us welcome him. Namaste, sir.
Namaste,
कैसे हैं
namaste.
आप?
Was fine, very fine.
Pleased to have you, sir. आप आए हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा. Sir, it has been a privilege and an honor to have you as our guest in today's show, sir. So very, very welcome to the Vedic Maths Forum India podcast, sir. Sir, let us begin with the first question straight away as more viewers join us. Sir, what shaped your intellectual journey towards Indian knowledge systems and cultural thought?
Uh, you will be surprised to know that I was weak in mathematics when I was studying in my primary school, up to seventh class even. But I'm very much fortunate to have good mathematics teachers for me in high school. I can even take the name of some of them: Paradhi sir, Kharpate sir, Chedge sir, and they do a lot of things for me. Personal attention and their inspiration and their zeal to teach a good mathematics to students was changed my whole attitude, aptitude, and career to the mathematics. I go to mathematics by only because of their teaching, nothing else. My father was also a mathematics teacher, uh,
Okay.
but uh, but uh, one fine morning he presented me a book on Lilavati, and other day he presented me a book of Vedic mathematics. It was just published by Banarasi Das that time in 19 in 1990 possibly, or even before that. So
Oh,
uh, it was his attitude that I should, or it was his opinion that if I am doing my career in mathematics, no doubt you should go with the regular course and regular mathematics, but you should learn or study well Lilavati and all other scripts and texts. And then he presented me one day a book on Swamiji's book on Vedic Mathematics, Banarasi Das. And then he said, now you should study this. That is where the journey began. And then, fortunately, my college library has some good books on history of mathematics, even though it was not the part of our regular curriculum. And then our college authority always backed me when I said that, okay, I want this book for a reference and all that. Even though it was not actual curriculum part, they arranged for me many
gee.
books uh, uh, in our library. My senior colleague was there, Tupkari, Dr. Tupkari was there. He was also a well versed with Lilavati and Vedic mathematics. So it was a pleasure for me to work with him under his guidance to study all these things. Uh, then the person to him I must say thank you always, and I used to say, which is Dr. Venugopal Herur from Karnataka. He he is a very passionate person. Knows a lot of history of mathematics. He has written nearly 30 books on history of mathematics. You will not believe this. Many
Wow.
commentaries, many commentaries in English and Kannada both. And still he is writing the various topics and various uh, the books which are not available today for reading. He used to translate them, and he used to comment them and then publish via universities. Then one name which is very uh, famous in the area of history of mathematics is Radhacharan Gupta, R.C. Gupta as he is called. Uh, I also came with him, contact with him, and then he used to supply me whatever references, whatever material I want to study or I should study. So this is all the credit of all the from teachers to all um, uh, legend persons like Gupta sir and all that. One more name I must take, Dr. Ananta Vyavhare. He always kept me on the foot, always kept me on the toes. Okay, Shriram, do this, do this. Why you are not doing this? You should write a research paper. You should do such and such things. So this is all the grace of all these teachers that I am, can do some things, some little things in particularly history of mathematics and Vedic mathematics.
That's fantastic, sir, to know that you have been shaped and molded and mentored by such great teachers. So, how do you see the role of traditional Indian wisdom in modern nation building? And, sir, how important is it for children, हमारे बच्चे, to feel pride in indigenous knowledge traditions like Vedic maths?
Uh, Remember, uh, barring our country, Bharat, every country always boosts on their tradition. In all this, whatever the subject may be, they will first teach to their student their tradition, and then the rest of the world. If you go to China, even though they have done very little things, say in remainder problem, but
Right.
they will say it is Chinese remainder problem.
Mm,
But unfortunately, in our country, that naming a contribution or naming a tradition by our name first and then rest of the world was
mm.
either uh, ignored or um, purposely um, kept under cover. That is the story actually. But now the time has changed, the wheel has turned round, and our student must know the tradition, because without knowing the tradition of the subject or what we have done earlier in the subject, particularly our country, rest of rest of the world come later. Our country's contribution always come first. Whatever they may
Absolutely.
be small, they may be sometimes insignificant with respect to today's time. It may possible that that was a primary, but at that time when nobody knows anything about in mathematics, we are doing a lot of things. So uh, our children must know the tradition, and that is why this NEP has decided to introduce all these things under name IKS, Indian Knowledge System Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, as a 5% to 10% part of the study, right from the fourth class to postgraduate, right from the all primary scholarship examinations to NET examinations. So that is a must, no doubt about it.
Absolutely, sir. So it is very important for our children to feel pride in Vedic maths, in our own culture, in our own tradition, our own heritage. That is very, very important. So, how can Vedic maths contribute to improving numeracy levels at the grassroots?
This is a area. where many of the scholars and many of the researchers uh, have their insight into it, that Vedic mathematics improves the numeracy. No doubt about that. Definitely, it does improve. But uh, unfortunately, there is full stop after this comment.
Ah,
There are many things which Vedic mathematics can do in the life of a. Uh, he may be a student, he may be a elder person, or anybody. What exactly Vedic mathematics do is explained by Swami Bharati Krishna Tirthaji in the preface of that book. If you go through the preface carefully, you will observe
जी,
that he claims that he claims that, and it is true. It is my experience, even with a good statistical analysis. My experience that most of the cognitive abilities, if I name some, say logical attitude, thinking, pattern reading, correlation, reasoning, and so many things, to name few, gets developed by studying Vedic mathematics. So it is the
wow,
added advantage. It is an added advantage. Not only that he improves the numeracy or the speed or the accuracy. People always nowadays think of speed and accuracy.
true.
But what happens if you go for a speed? You may lose accuracy. If you go for accuracy, you may not be able to solve 100 questions in 60 minutes. That is where Vedic mathematics plays a role, no doubt about that. But while doing all these numerical calculations and with a magic touch or magic tag attached to that calculations, uh, people think that okay, it is a magic, it is a idhar karo udhar karo aisa karo waisa karo. They don't consider this as a serious mathematics or a mathematics which can be included as a part of the syllabus. Our proponents of Vedic mathematics are also responsible for such attitude. They used to say that this is magic. No doubt it looks magic, but once it is understood, it is a serious mathematics. That attitude, if gets developed about Vedic mathematics, that it is a serious mathematics, serious business, then Vedic mathematics um, will be propagated all over the world. Even I'm sure about that.
Our own children in grassroots levels have been denied Vedic math for such a long time. And if you see the National Achievement Survey 2024, which was there, the performance of students in mathematics has not been so great. So, why is there a lacuna by the government to implement Vedic math? Is it lack of teachers, or will it be mainstream, especially meaningfully integrated into the CBSE or ICSE curriculum of our schools, sir?
It's a question of again a perception about mathematics.
Mhm.
Two things happened. One, he's the person who coined this word Vedic mathematics. People think how Shankaracharya of any Peeth can be a mathematician. So they start taking doubt on the personality itself,
Mm.
forgetting that before becoming a Shankaracharya, he was postgraduate in 6 subjects. And one of the subject in which he appeared for the postgraduate examination is mathematics. So when I started reading, I just kept before my eyes not a picture of a saffron ladded or saffron cladded person as a Shankaracharya. Behind him, I think him as a mathematician first. Then in his later life, he took sannyasi and all that. That is a
True.
part. So this particular aspect, the word Vedic, the photo is before you. The word Vedic attached to that particular book, and his image as a Shankaracharya, that how Shankaracharya will talk on dharma, philosophy, all that Sanskrit, at the most world peace and all that thing. But how Shankaracharya can speak about a mathematics? They don't believe that. At the first sight, okay, no, it cannot be a serious business. That is the, and secondly, the policymakers has some stigma over these two things in their mind. No, if we promote this, something will happen. All that. There are many issues attached to that. So it was uh, not taken care of by policymakers. But there are many institutions, many schools, many colleges in our country that they don't think this way. This line of thinking was not accepted by them. They think, okay, we will study them, we will teach them, we will give ideas of the Vedic mathematics to our students, and let us see what is the effect. And the effect was wonderful. Then Vedic mathematics starts when students start reading and studying the Vedic mathematics in their school. Institutions starts teaching the schools, like your institution starts propagating Vedic mathematics. We also tried in many ways. So now it is a buzzword. Now there are good days, I can say, for Vedic mathematics. People at least listen what is Vedic mathematics. Before that, they used to say, "Oh no, this is all bundle." Shankaracharya, no matter, no question, he can do anything. That is the reason why such thing happened. But now the things have changed, and in addition to the perspective, our NEP 2020 uh, recommends this, that the traditional knowledge or Bharatiya Gyan Parampara should be a compulsory part of each and every subject, not only mathematics,
Wow.
to the ex-
Wow.
to the extent of 5 to 10%. And not only that, it should be the part of the syllabus. There should be a questions which are to be attempted compulsorily by the students. So
Wow.
this shift of thought process now making it will take little more time to go to the uh, down level, but now the days are soon coming. Just you might experience that uh, only last 3 or 4 months back, NCRT has published a book, uh, and in
Janita
that book,
Prakash.
Ganit Prakash's volume, and in that book, you must have noted that the Pythagoras theorem was affixed by Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem. So
Correct.
that way, the things are now becoming more and more crystal clear. Everything will be same with CBSC, same with UGC, same with ICC subjects, same with all types of competitive examination. I can take guarantee that way that it is coming.
Wow, that is such a positive statement, sir. You have just delighted not only me but all the listeners who are listening to our show right now. We have about 10 viewers and there are a lot of comments which has come in, which I would like to share with you, sir. So we have the first comment coming in from Padmini Sekar. She greets you and sends you her
Oh,
regards. Namaskar, Shri
thank
Ramji.
you. Thank you.
And then there's
Namaskar.
another
Padmiji,
one message by
namaskar.
Hemanji Chaudhary ji. It's great watching you on podcast. So, viewer, if you are seeing the podcast right now, please feel
Okay.
free to sending it at the comment. Send a comment for Shriramji. Any questions you have for Shriramji, please send it as comment, and I'll be happy to take it up and display your name on the chat itself. So, sir, coming back. So, what is the role of Vedic Math Sutras traditionally, sir?
Uh, See, one thing. This is not new thing. Sutra tradition.
True.
The, this is new for mathematics. I will give one or two instances. If Sutra tradition, why Sutra tradition was there in Bharatiya Gyan Parampara? Only two things. To say the things very bravely, very short aphorisms, and to preserve the knowledge. Nowadays, there is no problem for preserving a knowledge. But at that time, knowledge is to be preserved in a very concise and compact form. So everything they used to write in sutras. Just like in philosophy, they will say Athato Brahma Jidnyasa Sutra. And then there were lots of comments and commentaries over one sutra only. If they say like Pradnanam Brahmam, another sutra, then they will have the explanation of that sutras in form of a voluminous book, even on a one sutra book, one book that way. If we come to grammar, Sanskrit grammar in particular, there are Panini Sutra, as they used to call it. Grammar, what they will say, जैसा अधिक अ बराबर आ होता है, स्वर दीर्घ होता है, सन होता है, तो दे विल इन वन थ्री वर्ड्स ओनली, अकः सवर्णे दीर्घः. तो दैट all that whatever happens in that sandhi is explained in form of a sutra. हम योगा आज बहुत पॉपुलर है, आसन भी बहुत लोग करते हैं. आसन के बारे में क्या कहा गया सूत्र में? एकदम 3 वर्ड्स. दैट इज द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ सूत्र. मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ वर्ड्स, स्वल्पाक्षरम. तो योग आसन के बारे में क्या क्या कहा गया? स्थिरम सुखम आसनम. तीन ही शब्द के ओनली 3 वर्ड्स. जो स्थिर है और जो करने से फायदे होते हैं, स्थिर है और जो करने से सुख मिलता है. तो इस प्रकार का कोई भी वॉट एवर नॉलेज वी हैव, दे यूज टू पुट इन वेरी कंसाइज फॉर्म. The definition of the word sutra, स्वल्पाक्षरम असंदिग्धम सारवद विश्वतो मुखम. सारवद विश्वतो मुखम का अर्थ होता है कि बिल्कुल छोटे वर्ड्स में ज्यादा से ज्यादा बात कह देना. ये जो ट्रेडिशन हमारी बहुत प्रारंभ से चलती आई, बीइंग ए शंकराचार्य, बट बिफोर शंकराचार्य nobody thought of putting arithmetical knowledge or arithmetical algorithm or arithmetical method in.
True.
Swamiji Bharati Krishna Tirtha ji was a great scholar of Sanskrit. In addition to that, he was a mathematician and then he became a Shankaracharya. So what he thought that I will follow my sutra tradition in mathematics. All other books on Indian mathematics are either in a verse form like Lilavati, Aryabhatiya, etc., or in a commentary form, means in a text form. Swamiji decided to put all those concepts, all those methods, all those algorithms in a concise form. So when I say ekadhikena purvena, I will know what I am expected to do. If I say nikhilam, I know. Means all those sutras. That is why it is a Swamiji's contribution that way, that the mathematical knowledge, mathematical algorithm, mathematical methods were formulated in form of a sutra. That is how the sutra tradition continues in mathematics also. That was not new to us.
So that is very innovative of Swamiji, don't you think so, sir? Because it was
Yes.
not there, and he brought it out as word sutras, 16 sutras and 13 sub sutras. And also, the sources have been discovered recently by the Karan Sankaracharya of Puri, sir. I would like to applaud you, sir. Please go on, sir.
Yes. He has studied them thoroughly, and then he found that many of the sutras has a root in our traditional Upanishads or Bhagavat or many other things. The list is long. He has given this sutra is available in this sutra, etc. No doubt about that, his efforts. I can't comment even on that. He is a legendary person in that. But remember one thing, one difference is there.
Yes, sir.
The difference is Previously, all those words or sutras may or may not have a mathematical meaning.
True. There are
What
different layers of
Swamiji
meaning.
did, what Swamiji did, Bharati Krishna Tirthaji and then Nishalanandaji, they gave the mathematical meaning to that. In addition to 16 plus 13 said, now Nishalanandaji has extended to 40 up to 40 sutras, even 45 sutras. You must be knowing that.
Yes, yes.
So that is how the tradition goes.
Just like to share with you, sir. I'm sure you've gone through this book, Sutra Anushilam by
Yes,
Swamiji.
yes,
And
yes.
in
I
this
have gone
book,
through.
yes, sir, in this book, all the sutras, the sources of the sutras have been given. Sir, at this point of time, I would like to applaud you for your book, which was published very recently. And, sir, it was launched by Maharashtra's Chief Minister, Sri Devendra Fadnavis ji and Sri Mohan Bhagwat ji. I would like to show a picture of the book as well. Here it is. Those are your books, sir. And I would urge our viewers to go through these 4 volumes of amazing work and book written by Sri Ramji. So, coming back to the question which I had asked, tell us more about the 4 volumes. सर इस बुक में क्या क्या है आपने
Yes,
अरिथमेटिक को भी बुक में डाला है एज अ कमेंट्री आपने प्रूफ भी दिए हैं यू हैव ऑल्सो
yes,
इंक्लूडेड काप्रिकाज नंबर सब बताइए इसके बारे में क्या क्या और आपने डाले हैं
yes,
सर बुक में
yes, yes. Uh, we sit together along with a very renowned team from Nagpur, which include Dr. Mogawkar, Patankar, Bhonsule sir, and many more. We sit together for hours, not only hours but days. Uh, we planned first 3 volumes, level 1, level 2, level 3, but our aim was to create a study material like level 1, level 2, level 3, which is in concurrent with the CBSE syllabus of class 5, class 6, class 7. Why CBSE was chosen? Only because Bharati Krishna Tirtha Vidyalaya in Nagpur, Swami Bharati Krishna Tirtha used to for Chaturmas. 8 times he did that way. And particularly the Vedic Mathematics book, which is now first published by Motilal Banarsi Das, its handwritten manuscript is available there in the handwriting of Swamiji. So it was a birthplace, like way it was a birthplace of that book. So we decided to uh, write a book based on Swamiji's book, no doubt, but our uh, scope and limitation will be a syllabus of CBSE syllabus of 5, 6, 7. In addition to that, when we say uh, take a topic, say addition. In addition, when we uh, wrote that topic on addition, we included Bhaskaracharya method also in that. So the books are not only based on the Swamiji's Vedic Mathematics book. When we talk of a square root, we will definitely elaborate on the Swamiji's method, but we will definitely include in it Bhaskaracharya method. That's why the name of the Kaprekar was there in the book, a separate chapter. Only
right
not because Kaprekar has done wonderful things. So our aim was not to write only a book on Vedic mathematics, but it should feature some aspects, some good and relevant aspects of our tradition, which are still relevant. Student must know Kaprekar. Student must know what is Aryabhatta method. Student must know what is Bhaskara method. To that level only, 5, 6, 7. We are not gone beyond that. And we are not stopping here. Three volumes have come: level 1, level 2, level 3. More 2 will be there, 8, 9, and 10, even some that way.
So here we
We are
see
working on.
So here we see Dr. Mohan Bhagwat and Manasa CM launching your book. Heartiest
Yes, sir.
congratulations on that once again, sir. This was the pictures taken away where you're giving a talk at the book launch and everybody, all the dignitaries on stage. So that is fantastic work which you have been doing, and it's amazing for you to be there. So are you there? So welcome back. So we were just talking about the
Okay.
launch of your book by Dr.
Yes.
Fadnavis. I just
Uh,
shared the. This is you on the
uh,
stage of Vishwapurna Mansang where the book
yes.
has been launched, and this is a closer picture. So please share how was the experience and will the Center of Excellence in
About
Nagpur
the
open
fourth
up?
book now. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
About the fourth book first. The fourth book is a commentary. We have again a tradition of writing a commentary on the original book. That book, yes. Thank you for showing that. Uh, the book is a commentary on only 15 chapters out of 40 in original books.
True.
All 15 chapters are based on arithmetic. But in original book, they were scattered. The methods are explained with numerous illustrations, no doubt, but not as a uh, what is presented in the usual textbook. It was a of printout of his diaries, actually. That's why the common man always find very difficult to go through those topics and those books.
True.
So after 2 3 chapters, they used to say, "No, this is not our business. We can't understand," because he has jumped on the steps many times in the original book. All those
Yes.
uh, he was a legend. He was a great scholar. He used natural. He will jump. He will not explain every single thing to you. He will say, "Okay, this is your job to see what is happening. I am going to say this way only. This is my job." So it was necessary to explain each and everything on arithmetic written there in the format which is now popular as a textbook format. That the things will be put first, they will be illustrated, then there will be exercise and all that, whatever the textbook format. So what we did in that book, we
Yes,
try
sir.
to write a textbook on arithmetic part of the Vedic mathematics. There are few chapters in that book, particularly
Yes,
chapter
sir.
number last two chapters, if I may. Generally people start with multiplication and ends with square root in arithmetic, but there are two or three four chapters in those book which are not usually taught or usually studied. Those topics are also included in the book. And now we,
Wow.
as similar to the uh, many other more volumes coming, I am also planning to write a good commentary on remaining 20 chapters on algebra. Many a times students or many people who used to talk about or used to study about Vedic mathematics think that Vedic mathematics starts with multiplication and ends at square root. Nothing more than that. There are and people used to say think of some applications of those topics, like that in your book you taught about the percentages, profit and loss, interest problem. That is how, but all are based on the arithmetic part of this. But remember, one very important thing about the Swamiji's original book is
Yes, sir.
there are 25 chapters on algebra, and they did miracles. The way
Wow.
Swamiji has done those deals, those topics is really fascinating. You will not believe he used differentiation to solve a quadratic equation.
Wow.
He applied calculus method to solve a cubic equation. These are
Wow.
just one or two examples which I am saying. The whole lot of 25 chapters demand a good commentary, without which again it will be not very difficult, but it will, for a common person or if, for a student at least, it will be very difficult to understand the content of that book. That's why we are planning to write a commentary. Hopefully, it will come within some months. I
Absolutely,
don't know.
sir.
I can't specify the time today, but the work is going on.
There's some more questions which are coming in from our audience. So there is Padmini Shekharji once again happy to note a positive attitude of including Vedic maths in regular syllabus. So I must congratulate you on that once again. There's a comment by Hiramaj B. Chaudhary. I have a question. Can a student solve mathematical problem using Vedic maths in place of method normally adopted in schools? Or do we have to wait till it's officially accepted by the NEP? This is the regular questions which come from parents also. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Yes, yes. See, one should learn the regular measure first. If I am a say class 3 student, assume, and learning 2 by 2 multiplication, okay, then I should go practice and have a good command over that 2 by 2 multiplication via regular method or what is taught in the textbook. The way of writing, the way of putting the digits, etc., etc. Okay, that's all. Because you are going to get the mark on that method. But
True.
as you proceed further, from say third class, if you come to seventh class or eighth class or even to graduate or advanced classes, where there is no marks on the method, but on the answer by which you are getting. There you can safely adopt a Vedic maths method. That will save your time, energy, and that will give you speed and accuracy. Same thing when you do calculations in physics. Who is asking you which method you are applying? You can go to Vedic
Absolutely.
maths method. You can go to chemistry. You can go to physical chemistry. You can go to any subject where even economics. Who is asking you how you add or how you are multiplying? They are interested in the final answer. At that stage, these methods are extremely useful. So even if you have any reservations about the word Vedic, or even if you have any reservation about the word about the person Shankaracharya, you should not have any reservation about applying those methods for our purpose. Why there should be?
Absolutely.
And the day will come, again I guarantee that you will get marks when you solve by Vedic maths method. Don't worry about that.
So there's instead
This
of
will,
people being the same, there's a question for you by Padmini ji. How to buy these four volumes? Are these available online? They're requesting to buy your book, sir. Where can they find the book?
okay. Uh, Please contact me. I will arrange.
I will
They are
share
not
the
available
details of
online. They are not available online.
Please do connect with Shriram ji or send me a message with your contact number. I will pass it to Shriram ji and he will ensure that the book reaches you. So, sir, you translated an amazing book which was called The Imperishable Seed by Bhaskar Kambleji in Marathi. So, there's a question, but first let me introduce our viewers to the book. Here's a very, very explosive book by Bhaskar Kamleji, which were translated by Dr. Shriramji in Marathi, as you can all see. So this book has made amazing claims, which is very, very true. And in the same context with the revelations which the book has made, so do you think that the Western world will ever accept the contributions made by Indian scientists and mathematicians as Indian contribution in the mainstream, sir? This is a fight which is going on for years and years. एंड आफ्टर द रेवलेशंस मेड आपको क्या लगता है सर बताइए.
इसमें भी एक इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है गौरव. द स्टोरी इज लाइक दिस. The narrative was said that Indian contributions are not accepted by Western world. False. There are people who don't want that Indian diaspora should know their contribution in mathematics prior to their country. They start saying that, oh, possibly Indians have given zero and zero written in inverted comma to mathematics and nothing else. That is how the story began. But there are many Western mathematicians who used to um, comment like this, that um, they were written books, they have written the uh, there are many both sides. There is dark side of the issue and a good side of the issue. But perception wise, now with the interaction increases, the books are translated in many languages. Books are translated in English and other languages also. Now the world realizes that, and with the good journal availables, research journal like Ganit Bharati or uh, INSA journals, uh, people start realizing that there is a substance, not only inverted comma zero, uh, in a claim that Indians have done lot many things. And now the good part or the other worrying part is that many scholars like O. Selenius from Germany or many more, I can take 4 or 5 names easily, they, they start wondering why these topics are not taught in India when they are so good. So that way also the things are coming. Now coming to that book, Imperishable Seeds. Bhaskar Kamre has done a laudable thing, no doubt about that. Nearly for 5 to 6 years, he worked on that project. And
Ah,
and this is why I translated that book. That is the reason that I must say. When I come to know about the book, naturally I got the book and then I start reading. After completing the reading, my first impression was that, or still is that, this is a book where a person will know almost every Bharatiya history at one go. Otherwise, you have to search for many books. Okay, what Aryabhatta has done, what Bhaskara has done, what Narayan Pandit has done, etc., etc., etc. What we have done in arithmetic. There are chapters in arithmetic, contributions in arithmetic, contributions in algebra. Combinatorics is the one chapter which is many times ignored by many, but
true.
Kamleji has taken account of all the contributions, starting from Panini to latest persons. Calculus chapter. So almost everything written in a very lucid language, very easy language, which is comprehended by common person with a perfect references and bibliography. Kamre, being a scholar, uh, being a data scientist, he has not said a single thing unless it is supported by a good reference.
True.
That's the that's the uh, style of writing a book on a history, which is you should not claim anything excessive, neither you should not claim anything nothing is there and everything is there. In between it, like the golden mean is right that thing which is can be supported by a strong reference and a strong evidence. What is the Cambridge contribution is in a single 400 page book, 400 500 page book, he has done almost everything about history of mathematics. You need not, those who want to go in more details can go through those references and go to the uh, details of that. But in one single, and when a prestigious institution here, Bharati Vichar Sadhana in Pune, asks me whether you will be able to translate this or whether you will translate it for me. How come they know about the book and how they got the idea that this book should be translated, still not known to me. One fine morning, a call come to me that, sir, whether you know about this book. I say, yes, I have a copy. Then whether you can translate it. I said, I never done this earlier. Translation is not my business. But still, I will try. And I must tell you very politely that I have not used any Google translation methods
Wow.
while
Wow.
while translating, because I strongly believe that the perspective and the bhavana, as it is called, of that particular subject cannot be translated to via Google. And there are many words which even are not trans. I will tell you one example. If you
Yes, sir.
start translating, I will start translating a word right angle, right angle. Ask Google to translate, he will say uzwa kon. He will not say right 90 degrees. Right is for it is right. So there is always a difficulty in translating the technical words which has a mathematical meaning in that context. So that was a for me it was a nice experience. But the more importantly, why I accepted that making a translation, that with the aim of translating the book, I will go through not only the chapters, not only, but with the lines and in the words of the book. Each and every word, each and every line, each and every chapter, I have to thoroughly go before I translate that. I was weak in astronomy, so I take one of my friend with me. I asked publisher to take one more person who knows the astronomical. I have little, very little knowledge about astronomy, not of the level of translating anything from English to Marathi. Uh, so that Dr. Vidhate come with me. But one thing I want to insist again, when
Yes,
the
sir.
issue of the translation is there, why I can do translation? Only because up to 10th class I studied in Marathi medium.
Wow.
That is the reason why I can translate it, because I know basic terms. Of course, NCRT has published a good dictionary. You might not be knowing that, from uh, technical words in mathematics, from English to Hindi to Marathi to Sanskrit. I followed that dictionary while translating, because dictionary, and there is a dictionary in mathematics also available.
Yes, yes.
He will. Uh,
Um,
uh, so with all those tools with me, I can do that, and I'm really satisfied that I'm able to do that. Something good has happened by grace of God.
so the book is very, very powerful, very explosive, sir. So उसमें क्या बताया गया है थोड़ा, if viewers can be known about it, please tell us some of the Indian contributions since Vedic
Uh,
period to modern period with respect to Tirthaji and the Sankaracharya of Puri, sir. उस बुक में ऐसा क्या बताया
okay,
गया है
of
सर,
course
just for
this
the
will be
viewers sake.
okay. I will try to as brief as on the issue, because we can speak hours together on the question.
True,
But
true,
one
absolutely.
thing, I will just have a bullet point summary of what is done. Number one, imagine a period where a man on the earth does not know the numbers. Forget about the counting. One fine morning, Indians start telling what is one, what is two, what is three, come up to nine. Then they developed a concept, most abstract concept, in mathematics, that's 0. Then they put 1 to the right of 0, sorry, 0 to the right of 1, call it 10, go up to 99, and infinitely many numbers system can be are available to count. Just imagine when just imagine when there were no numbers and no, of course, no counting, and Bharatiya Rishi, you can call Rishi, you can call scholar, you can call mathematician, whatever word you prefer, start telling us how to count and what is the number system. These are not my words. Exactly, Einstein said same thing.
Yes.
We owe a lot to Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery would have been made.
Absolutely.
So, first contribution, discovery of numbers, zero, and decimal system. It has conquered the world. Now, nowhere in the world only international Indian numerals are used. No other system now exists. There were many systems of writing and counting. Number one. Then Bharatiya scholars starts thinking on 8 operations on the numbers. Second contribution. They were first to tell us how to what is an idea of square, what is the idea of a square root, how to find a cube root, etc. etc. Number three, sequences of numbers. From Vedic period, Bharatiya know the sequences. I will give one instances. Many of our people in the audience may be knowing Rudra. We used to chant Rudra,
Master?
Rudra and Meruprastha. Yes. At the end of the Rudra, that Rishi demands from the Shankara numbers. You will not believe this. एकाच में तिस्रच में पंचच में मुझे एक दो तीन दो पांच दो इस प्रकार का संख्या मांग रहे हैं परमेश्वर से. So they know the importance of this thing. And then they start thinking of the sequences. Only two instances I will tell you. We know the formula for finding sum of squares of natural number. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. What Sridhara and Narayan Pandit did, a extension of those results, never
Yeah.
taught in our syllabus till today. I repeat, never said that, never taught even in the syllabus. Forget about the name. They developed a formula for square and sum of squares of n terms of arithmetic progression. Means t1 square plus t2 square plus t3 square, etc. Then t1 cube plus t2 cube plus t3 cube. Later on, Bernoulli came and he developed a formula for t1 raised to p plus t2 raised to p, etc., etc. He generalized it. But the foundation of those nth power sums is an Indian contribution. About algebra, idea that the number should be replaced by letter is a basis of algebra.
Yes.
Today we used to say XYZ, PQR, etc. At that time, Bharatiya scholars start writing in Indian letters like P, P, B, M, Y, R, L. These were written in form of a letters, not words, in form of a letters, and all operations which we used to apply today on a polynomial were discussed by our scholar for the first time in the history of mathematics.
Wow. Simply amazing,
The,
sir.
the top the topic which is not taught even today is square root of a surd expression. Means find the square root of 13 plus root 20 plus root 40 plus root 60, etc. not in syllabus, but discussed by Bhaskaracharya in 1150 AD. All these things, I again repeat, all these things will come in the syllabus. I am very much sure about it. One
I
day
just hope
you
it
will see.
happens.
And same case with geometry. We discovered geometrical principles before 800, not later than 800 BC, means nearly 3 years back from today at least. There is a one script named as Shulva Sutra. Shulva means rope, and Shulva Sutra means the operations made with the help of the rope or a string. It is a starting of geometry. And in that Shulva Sutra, first chapter, verse number 12, we will find a theorem which is popularly called Pythagoras theorem. Exact same statement, at least 3 to 400 years back before Pythagoras. We are not against Pythagoras. He has done wonderful job. He has done lot of many things. But the history, chronology accepted by the world now. There is now
Yes.
nobody says that. So that word is now included in our syllabus. Whatever is true, whatever we have done, we have done. Then we thought of properties, all properties of triangles. We have lot of formulae which are not there in today's syllabus only because they are not in the Euclid geometry. Properties on cyclic quadrilaterals, properties on circle. The subject which is less known that India has discovered for the first time in the history of the world is trigonometry. You will not believe
Mm.
this. We are the discoverer. The word ja is for sine, cottage ja is for cosine, with Vikramaja is for tangent. Only three functions. Indians thought that there are only three. They will not thought of their reciprocals. 1 upon sine theta, 1 upon cos theta. They don't require that. Nowadays we have a set of six functions, but Indian
Mm.
trigonometry has only three functions, and they were enough for them to cover all trigonometry, plane, spherical also. Because without plane trigonometry and spherical trigonometry, nobody can do anything in astronomy. If you want to develop in astronomy, you must have a tool like as trigonometry. Without trigonometry, astronomy cannot be studied, cannot be interpreted. The next chapter where Indian contributed a lot is combinatorics. That Meru Prastar which you are talking about. Done a lot of things in combinatorics. So all such chapters are collectively that book. You know everything about almost everything about arithmetic, almost everything about algebra, what Indians have done, everything about geometry, everything about calculus also. Tatkalika gati is a word used by Bhaskaracharya for instantaneous velocity. Tatkalika gati. So, and the method of finding a volume of a sphere given by Bhaskara, he says, divide that sphere surface to small available squares. Find the area of each square, sum it, and take a limit of that. You will get the volume of a sphere. This is nothing but a formula based on integration. Exactly what we did in integration. He might not have used the word integration, but idea remains there. So all such subjects are collectively and, as I repeat, very specific and correct references. I was fortunate to have every references with me when I start reading that book. So I can check that those references whether he is saying is correct or not. And that is the importance of that book. I think I have talked a lot about the book. And now
No,
about
sir, very
Swamiji's
relevant.
contribution. Yes, that was a
Yes,
another part of the your question. Swamiji's Bharati Krishna Tirtha contribution.
yes,
As I
sir.
said, Sutra, application of Sutra in mathematics. First time in the history. It is his first contribution. Second contribution, Nikhilam Sutra methods for multiplication, division, square, and Nikhilam Sutra method is completely new. Nowhere in the history of Bharat, even a Western mathematician, you will find multiplication with the base. It was his contribution. Then comes a chapter on divisibility, which is ignored many times. I have done enough work
True.
and enough research on that chapter. I have a research paper published in International Journal on that chapter. When I start reading that chapter, I believe that it is completely based on number theory. And I then my belief come to true that Swamiji was a mathematician. In a form of a Shankaracharya, basically he was a mathematician. Everything said in that topic can be justified, can be proved, I repeat, can be theory. The oscillator word he is using, he can be said to be a root of the congruence equation. The one book I must mention to all the viewers, and I recommend that everybody should study that book. I am not saying read that book. It is not a read story. We have to study that book. The name of the book is Modern Introduction to Ancient Indian Mathematics. I repeat the title, The Modern Introduction to Ancient Indian Mathematics, written by T.S. Bhanumurthy.
Bhanumurthy, sir.
The book
Yes.
is a tough one. The book is a tough book, to me at least, not easy to understand. But what he has done, he has given the number theory proof of, there is a separate chapter, Krishna Tirtha Vedic Mathematics proof.
Ah,
And of course, he has done many things on Aryabhatta, Bhaskaracharya, and all those things. So that book should be a stepping stone for those who want to have some research work or some new ideas or some new perspective to look at Bharatiya mathematics and especially to the book mathematics. One should read that. One should study that. I repeat the word. One should study that book thoroughly. It was an outcome of a workshop which runs over 8 days in Chennai, and then
ah.
it was the aim of the workshop is to write the number theory proofs for Indian methods, and it was the outcome of that workshop.
Is it available on Amazon, sir, or any other places?
Yes, yes, it is available. Even I think it is downloadable also now
Oh, wow.
in
Then
PDF form.
if it's well within the limits, we can share it with everybody, sir. There's still comments
Yes.
coming in from the well wishers. I must share that with you, sir. Rudra C has said pranam, sir.
Rudra Pranam. I know him well.
And then there is another comment by Annapurna Ji Sarangi. Shriram sir, there are many
Okay.
Vedic math book across in the name of Vedic mathematics. As a beginner in Vedic math training, which one do you to refer? Please put some light there, sir. I think I would like to answer that. I think you must
The
refer to
better.
Charles book, which is in 4 volumes now.
That
And
that that's why that those 4 volumes, and there are many good books available. No doubt about that.
coming back, you have been, sir, associated with Art of Living with Sri Ravi Shankar ji for many years. So, how was the recent experience with Guruji Sri Ravi Shankar ji? And will IKS syllabus be included in Sri schools and academies now? Before you answer that, sir, I must share this recent picture with Sri Ravi Shankar ji, where you have been present. And this is a decent one as well. And sir, you have also authored, I think this was the first or the second book by Art of Living on enjoying mathematics, Vedic mathematics by yourself, sir.
About art of living related to Vedic mathematics. There are many things happening in art of living, yoga,
Yes, sir.
meditation, and all that. Everybody knows this. But alongside this, there is a department of Vedic mathematics in art of living, international head Bangalore, long back, 20 years back, even 15, 20 years back.
Wow.
I came in the contact with that department uh, 15, 20 years back, and then they we have a understanding that I will be going to their centers and teach teachers teachers training course for their school teacher, art of living teacher. I have nearly completed something like 7 or 8 course, 7 or 8 that TTC as they are called, teachers training course, which but there were conditions that it will be a residential school and etc. residential course, etc. etc. Uh, Now after the formation of the university, Shri Shri University in Bhubaneswar, and with Shri Shri schools all over India and world even sometimes, they have decided to incorporate all these things in the curriculum. The decision is there. Actual implementation may take some time, but in near future, again, I am hopeful that with the grace of Ravi Shankarji, only it will happen only if, and he has. I will tell you one very important thing, that he has taken a sankalpa that I will do this in my schools.
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. This is
So,
amazing news.
so nothing can stop. Nobody can stop that, even
I
if it is
think
wishes.
I think the dawn of
It
Vedic
will happen.
mathematics is here. It is seeing resurgence everywhere, and I'm sure Ravi Shankar ji has taken sankalpa, which means it will be implemented in our schools very shortly. Sir,
Yes, in his school and university, about his school and university, I'm not the authority to say when it will happen or how it will happen. As and when it will happen, I will come to know and I will be the part of whole project. That much I can say.
wow, wow, that is fantastic, sir. That is absolutely fantastic. My third last question for you, sir. So you're the authority on the committee for implementing IKS in mainstream. How was the experience, sir?
Experience, both ways. Um, it is said that it should be implemented. It is strongly opposed the idea of implementing it in the syllabus. Now it is up to government and authorities. We have done our work of recommending the courses. On our part, we have done the things. How to implement it, when to implement it, these are all policy matters on which I am not the authority. And being a
Absolutely
member of that
correct.
committee, I am not supposed to tell anything more than this, that the final decision will be taken by the authorities.
I'm sure it will be implemented. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. How can NGOs, educators, and private initiatives and institutions collaborate with the government to scale impact on Vedic mathematics, sir?
Nobody has stopped them. Nobody can stop them. So
Wow.
no law can stop them. People will support them. People will be behind them, even if authorities or the government or any institution or any brand of people like or don't like it. All Vedic mathematics lovers, all the people who are lovers of the traditional knowledge, who believes that such type of thing should be a part of learning of my child maybe via through syllabus. Okay. If not through syllabus, regular curricula, try to teach them independently. Then it will be a pressure on the authorities and the government to implement it on the in the syllabus. That is how the things will come into shape. Pressure makes the
Absolutely.
things easy.
So the recent conference where you were speaking about, sir, the Viksit Bharat Hetu Shiksha Gyan Sabha, which was recently done by yourself. Any inputs for the benefit of common persons, sir, on the conference?
It was a conference of all stakeholders in education, starting from VCs, directors, and all that. Many nearly 300, 400 people were there from all over India. It was held in Cochin, uh, attended by Mohanji Bhagwat and Nyas people and all the thinkers and scholars who are interested in implementing this IKS part of. They are not opposed to current syllabus. Remember, they are not opposed to current ideas. Only thing they want that things should be kept in proper perspective in the syllabus with some percent, no doubt. NAP has meet for that, 5 to 10%. So there
Okay.
should not be any objection, and everything will be optional. Those who are interested will study it. Those who are not interested, okay, their choice.
So my last question, we've spoken a lot today on the subject which we love, and I'm not leaving you with the last question now, sir. What message would you like to give educators working to revive IKS traditions and those who aspire to make their careers in Vedic maths field?
Do research in it first thing, because well researched, good research will have a sound foundation of the subject. Then uh, everybody should believe that there is something good in Bharatiya tradition. That belief helps a lot. If you start thinking that nothing is there, then you will not get anything out of that. If you believe that something is there, you will definitely get something out of that. That is how every person, every educator, every student starts believing. May not be available in syllabus, may not be said by the syllabus. If I start teaching, say, I will give one small example. If I stand to teach a quadratic equation, say, in my class or anywhere, then if I start saying that for the first time in the history of mathematics, quadratic equations were formed and solved by Bharatiya mathematicians. Only one sentence. Second, there is a there is a person, there is a mathematician called Brahmagupta who has given a formula for solving a quadratic equation, which we used to study in our course. That x is equal to minus b plus minus, etc. It was Brahmagupta who has given this formula. See how the atmosphere changes. See how the perspective of teaching and learning changes. It it pop up my mind when I am a teacher. It pop up my mind when I am a student. That is how the facts are to be said as a fact, whether people like it or not, don't like it. That book, which we are talking, Imperishable States,
Yes, sir.
talks about this issue also, why this history was erased or ignored. Of course, that is a separate topic of discussion. But all mathematics lovers should learn few fundamental things from history of mathematics, few good things from the book Vedic Mathematics, and start teaching them, start studying them without any fear, without any reservations about the subject in mind. That will create a good atmosphere, that will have a good pressure on the authorities to implement it in the future, or their resolve to implement it will get a good support by our efforts.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. That was a fantastic, fantastic talk we had, sir. It went on for over an hour. And I would like
Yes,
to thank you
I
once
I I
again.
I crossed the limit. Sorry for that.
No, no, that is fantastic, sir. The listeners live listening to you right now as well, as you can see. Questions are pouring in, but due to paucity of time, could not be able to take many questions. But sir, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure and honor to have you. It was so much to learn from you today. That is amazing. So viewers, that was Dr. Shriram Chauthaiwale ji, a scholar, author, Vedic Maths legend. And please, please, please write to us about if you would like to have the book by Dr. Shriram Chauthaiwale ji. It's available in 4 volumes. I'll just show the picture once again. It's available in 4 volumes, where the fourth book is a commentary and the proofs of the Vedic Math Sutras. So people don't forget to like, comment, and share this amazing podcast which we have had today. And I wish you very best. Holi ki shubhkamnaएं sabko. And now we get up for the next level. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming to our show today.
Thank you,
Namaste
Gaurav,
once
for
again.
inviting me on your platform.
So you're most welcome, sir. I look forward to having you once again, sir, in the near future.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Namaskar. I hope